Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with a channel announcement. Okay, so this is the announcement that everybody's been waiting for. What are we doing with the scoring system? Well, we're going back to the old scoring system. We are. And listen, you guys, I asked you, what do you want? I've always been very strong about saying that this is our channel. It's not my channel, it's our channel, okay? You guys help make this channel run. You guys help make this channel happen. And I believe wholeheartedly that you guys should absolutely have a say in what happens here, okay? You guys made it very clear, both during the live stream, during the polls that I put out, including the final vote poll. That was the biggest volume speaker right there. Over 2/3 of the vote said go back to the old scoring system. I think it was 68%. So over 2/3 of the fan base who voted said go back to the old scoring system. So guys, that is what we're doing. Starting March 1st, not me filming March 1st, the March 1st video. They're already done. I've already filmed all of the episodes for the entire month of March. So they're all done and we are using the old scoring system, okay? We've gone back to the old way. That's what you guys wanted. So that's what we're gonna do. Now, I do have a couple of announcements in regards to this. Announcement number one, when I did the live stream, I made it very clear that if we do go back to the old scoring system, that there's gonna have to be some changes. And the reason for the changes is this. Something was brought to my attention, inadvertently actually. When we were talking about the people's, the fan base's main concern and main complaint about going to the 5-star scoring system was there was the potential for an oversaturation of 4-star ratings. And I agree. Listen, I saw the exact same problem happening. There were a lot of 4-star ratings given. There were some 3s too, and there were a couple of 5s, and I think there was a couple of 2s, and I think I even gave a 1-star rating. I think one got 1 star. So I mean, but you're right. There was a lot of 4-star ratings, and that argument is absolutely valid. Here's the thing. That same problem was already happening with the old scoring system.
You're putting me on.
I know a lot of people right now are going, how is that possible? Let me explain. If you go back and look at all of the scores I've given from the time the channel started up until now, or up until January, okay? So all the way through December of 2023, I would say roughly 2/3 of the scores that I've given have been in the range of 7.4 to about 8.6. I think that's pretty fair to say. It's in that range, right? Let's be honest here. So about 7.4 to an 8.6. I know right now people in their heads are doing the math and they're going, well, wait a minute, that's 13 different scores. You're absolutely right. It is 13 different scores compared to 5. You're right, it is. It's 13 different scores out of a possible 100.
Your thoughts?
What? So I want you to do some math there. What's the percentile of that? 13%. 13%, a very small margin, okay? Compared to a 4 out of 5 stars, 1 rating out of 5. Do some math here, that's a 20% window. That's actually a bigger window. So 2/3 of the scores, we're getting a 13% margin versus a 20% margin, okay? So that's much more specific, much tighter, much closer. So that same problem was already happening. Now, the solution for that, and I said this during the live stream, the solution to that, and to make sure that that problem does not continue going forward, the solution is this. I gotta get tougher, I gotta get harder, I gotta make it more difficult to get those higher scores. I gotta make it harder to get 7s, guys, really goods. I gotta make it harder. 8s, great scores, I gotta make it even harder than that. I gotta really make it difficult. 9s, guys, getting a 9 now is gonna be pretty much impossible.
What did he say?
If you get a 9 now, you really earned it. You absolutely earned that 9. Even if it's a 9.1, you earned that. You absolutely did. There are no gifts given. Now, how am I gonna make that work? Very simply, and I said this during the live stream. the easiest way to make that transition is to refocus on making 5 the middle ground. Make and emphasizing that 5 is average. That's where everybody is going to start. I don't care who the band is. I don't care if it's Nightwish. I don't care if it's Pearl Jam. I don't care if it's Love Bites. I don't care if it's Baby Metal. I don't care if it's Bandmate. I don't care if it's Unlucky Morpheus. I don't care if it's Nirvana. I don't care if it's Soundgarden. I don't care who it is. Everybody starts at 5.
You like that, girl? That's hardcore.
Every single time, every single song. So you're gonna start at 5 and you can move up. Your stock can improve. Or start at 5 and your stock can go down. Now, of course, it can fluctuate up and down as the song goes. It can fluctuate up and down as the song goes, but everybody starts at 5, and I need everybody to understand that 5 is average. 5 is a C letter grade. 5 would be okay. It's average. There's nothing wrong with getting a 5, okay? 5 is average. 5 is passing. No problem, okay? So that's number 1. So when your favorite band comes up and gets a 7, I want everybody to understand that getting that 7 was not easy. That is not an easy grade to get. They started at 5 and went up 2 full points. Or, 2.3 or 2.5 or 2.6, whatever the grade is. They went up. Their stock increased greatly for that to happen. Same thing with 8s, even harder. 9s, like I said, getting a 9 now is going to be rare. So keep that in mind, folks. And also keep this in mind, if you go down into the 4s, it's not the end of the world, okay? Quite honestly, 4s may not be as bad as you might think. Same thing with 3s. Like, high 3s, not terrible. I mean, you'll see what I mean when we start doing this. Now, if you're getting a 1 or a 2, that's bad. That's really bad. That's horrible.
Suck it to him.
I promise, it'll make sense. Give it some time. It's gonna make perfect sense. But by doing this, we're gonna get away from that 13% margin, and you're gonna start seeing like a 40 to 50% margin of scores being used. If you watch the month of March, watch the videos, watch the scores I give, keep tabs. Bust out a piece of paper and keep tab on how many scores were given and the range of scores that were given in just that 1 month. I promise you, you're gonna see a big use of that margin. I promise you, it ain't gonna be no 13%. That's announcement number 1. Announcement number 2. During the course of the live stream, I had several viewers make a suggestion to me. They said, we understand why you want to do the 5-star rating. You want to simplify things, and that was the whole reason I wanted to do it, was to make things simpler and easier for new people coming in, because everybody said they wanted the channel to grow faster and bigger. They want me to get to 100,000 members in the fan base. I don't care about it, but whatever. If that's what you guys want, I'll do it for you. But, in order to do that, I gotta attract more people and make things easier and simpler for them, because guys, not everybody may be as intelligent as you are. I gotta make it a little bit easier for everybody to understand. So that's why I made the change. So people were telling me during the live stream, look, why don't you give the numeric score, and then why don't you give it, a star, rating at the same time, and make them make the same thing, make them cohesive.
That's what I'm talking about, man.
The funny thing is, when I saw people making those comments, why don't you give more than one type of grade, but make it all mean the same thing? Guys, it was like getting hit by a frickin' lightning bolt. It really was. I was like, why didn't I think of that? Why didn't I do what they're saying?
You suck!
That would have made perfect sense. It would have made things so simple. It would have avoided all the confusion over the past couple months. Guys, contrary to popular belief, I am not omnipotent. I'm not. I am not all-seeing. I am not all-knowing. I know sometimes I pretend like I am, but guys, I'm not. I'm human, just like you. And sometimes I need a third party's perspective. Sometimes I need an outsider's voice to kind of open my eyes and point me in the right direction.
I am the hype!
So to everybody who attended that live stream and made that suggestion, thank you so much for opening my eyes and making me realize that there really is an easier way and a better way to make everybody happy. So, from here on out, starting March 1st, I'm giving 4 different scores.
You gonna do what?
They all mean the same thing. They all correlate to the exact same result. So, I'm gonna give a numeric score. That's the old school way, X point Y, whatever it might be. I'm gonna give the old school score, first and foremost, because that's what you guys wanted. Second thing, I am going to also give a grade scale, a grading scale. So you have your greats, your really goods, your pretty goods, your okays, your not so goods. I have all of those, okay? I'm gonna give that as well. I'm also gonna keep the star rating, and you're gonna get a star rating too, out of 5 possible stars. 1 star, 2 star, 3 star, 4 star, 5 star. 0 stars? I hope not. I seriously hope not. And I'm also gonna give a letter grade for those people who are just stuck in grade school and just cannot get their mindset out of it. So you're gonna get all 4, and they all mean the same thing. And it's all gonna be down in the description. There's gonna be my scoring systems charts, and they're all gonna be there. You can check them all out, and you can listen to my score. Okay, good. Now let's see. There's the grade. There's the scale grade, there's the letter grade, and there's the star rating, and they all mean the same thing.
That's not duckwalk anymore. Okay.
Hopefully, by doing this, it will give those people who understand star ratings what they can understand. It'll give people who understand scale ratings what they can understand. It'll give people who understand numeric ratings what they can understand. And it'll give people who understand letter grades, like grade school, what they can understand. It will all correlate to the same thing, just 4 different ways to interpret it.
It's whack!
And I'm gonna say this right now. If you cannot take at least one of those 4 and interpret it, understand it, and internalize it, and accept it, then I can't help you. I'm sorry, I cannot help you. This is it, man. This is the way it's gonna be. And if you don't, I have a suggestion, and I'm not joking when I say this. I mean this from the bottom of my heart. You might want to think about going and finding another channel, because clearly this is not gonna be the channel for you, okay?
Now, who can argue with that? Rub it!
There it is, the 2 announcements regarding the scoring system. We are going back. There have been some changes as far as, my leniency, I guess. Getting a 7 now, boy, it ain't gonna be like we're doing that anymore. Where everybody's starting at 5, and it's gonna be a lot tougher to get those higher scores. And different interpretations for the same score, so more people can understand and internalize and accept what my grading is.
Well, that was pleasant. Nice of him to stop by, don't you think?
That's it. That's all there is to it. That's how it's going to be from here on out. No more changes ever again. I don't want to deal with this anymore. So this is how it's going to be. Like I said, you don't like it, there's the door. Have a nice day.
Whether you like it or not, learn to love it. It's the best thing going today.
So that's it, folks. That's all for the announcements. Thank you very much for watching. And as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Remember, these effects go into effect starting March 1st, 3 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The first video of March, that's where this all goes into play.
Good, good, feel good, feels good, feels good, feels good, real good, real good, taste good, mighty good, good for you, good for you, good for me, good for me.
That's it. That's all she wrote. That's all I gotta say. Later. Peace.